Hello everyone, welcome back to Airlines Quest. Today, we're diving into two major stories that are making waves in the airline industry: the Air India-Vistara merger. After 20 months of negotiations, the merger between Air India and Vistara is entering its final phase, with an expected completion date of November 12th this year. This merger marks a significant shift in the Indian aviation landscape, and it's going to affect travelers in several ways. First, let's talk about what this means for passengers. Vistara will soon stop accepting bookings for flights beyond November 11th. If you've already booked a Vistara flight after that date, don't worry, your booking will still be honored. However, you'll be transitioned to Air India's booking systems, and you'll be assigned new flight numbers. In the short term, you might not notice much change when you fly. You'll still see Vistara-branded aircraft in the skies until they're due for their next major maintenance check. The crew assignments are expected to remain the same for now, and the two airlines will likely operate under one brand, but as two separate sub-organizations until early 2025. For frequent flyers, there's important news about loyalty programs. If you're a member of Club Vistara, your status will be protected for at least a year. Your points will transfer on a one-to-one basis to Air India's Flying Returns program. Although the exact date for this loyalty program merger hasn't been announced yet, it's worth noting that some customers have expressed concerns about this merger, mainly worrying that Air India's service quality might not match the standards set by Vistara. However, from a business perspective, Air India's older and globally recognized brand took precedence over the younger Vistara. This merger has been years in the making. The Tata Group acquired Air India in 2022, while Vistara, launched in 2015, was a joint venture between Tata and Singapore Airlines. The Tata-Singapore Airlines partnership actually dates back to the 1990s, making this merger a culmination of decades of aviation history. In September 2023, India's Competition Commission gave the green light for the merger, with Singapore Airlines set to own 25.1% of the merged entity. Now let's fly across the Pacific for our second story. United Airlines has made a significant move by restoring its non-stop service between Los Angeles and Shanghai. This is a big deal because United is now the only U.S. carrier offering this route. The flights resumed on Thursday, marking a major milestone in the recovery of trans-Pacific travel. United had previously suspended this route in 2020, but announced its relaunch back in March. This move is particularly noteworthy because it goes against the current trend of Western carriers scaling back their China services. To put this in context, Delta Airlines discontinued its LAX-Shanghai service in May due to low demand and capacity restrictions. Currently, only United and China Eastern offer non-stop flights on this route. United's China strategy extends beyond this route. They also fly to Beijing and Shanghai from San Francisco. However, many airlines have found routes to China challenging due to strict market access limits imposed by the Chinese government and longer flight times caused by Russian airspace closures, which have led to higher costs. Several other carriers have taken different approaches. Virgin Atlantic axed its London-Shanghai flights in July. British Airways temporarily halted Beijing flights but continues to serve Shanghai and Hong Kong. Lufthansa lowered its 2024 outlook, partly due to weaknesses in the Chinese market, and Qantas pulled out of Shanghai, citing soft demand. The situation reflects the complex state of U.S.-China aviation relations. Before the pandemic, airlines could operate up to 150 daily flights between the U.S. and China. Now, the industry describes the current environment as the new normal, with a slower recovery of U.S.-China flights. Interestingly, Chinese carriers seem to have an advantage in this situation. They've managed to restore their international networks close to 2019 levels. While non-Chinese carriers' international seat capacity is down 42% compared to 2019, Chinese carriers are only down 9%. In fact, Chinese airlines have significantly expanded their operations in Europe since summer 2023. This disparity has led U.S. airlines to lobby their government to pause the expansion of flights to China, citing competitive concerns. That's all for today's aviation update. As you can see, the airline industry is constantly evolving, with mergers reshaping domestic markets and international routes being cautiously restored. These changes will undoubtedly impact travelers in various ways, from loyalty programs to route options. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Safe travels, everyone!